Unit 8, Exercise 1. Listen and read.
Right, let's get started then. Now, you've used a keyboard before.
Oh, yes. I've been using computers in my work for more than 2 years.
Okay, I'll just run through a typical job, the sort we do every day, and then I'll tell you a bit about the database and the hardware. Now, this is a menu-driven system, so I'll just go back to the main menu. We can start from the beginning. There.
Yeah?
See? Here's our list of options. Create a record, update a record, sort records, print, delete, and so on. Let's do an update.
Yeah, so now we get a message on the screen. It asks for the name.
It asks you to input a customer's name, yes. So if I key in the name Martinu, that's one of our biggest customers, M-A-R-T-I-N-U, hit return, and there it is. All the details of the account, exactly as they appear on the monthly statement.
Right, so now if the customer orders some books, you key in the particulars.
And the system updates the file and prints out all the paperwork as well. Look, I'll show you.
Unit 8, Exercise 3. Listen and read.
What about access to confidential data? I mean, personal information about the staff. For example, can you find out how much your boss gets paid?
Oh, I know exactly what my boss's salary is without needing to ask a machine. But I see what you're getting at. All records are password protected, and there's 3 levels of protection. An office dog's body like me only knows the password for level 1.
And that means there are some records you can't read.
There are parts of each record I can't read, and there are parts I can read, but I can't change. I'll show you. Now, who's...
Let me... P-E-N-N-Y. Return.
Oh, no.
Unit 8, Exercise 5. Listen and read.
This is just the first screen, isn't it? It says screen 1 of 3. How do you move to the next one?
Well, this'll do to be going on with.
How do you amend it then?
Well, suppose I give myself some exam qualifications. You use the cursor control keys to cursor down to that line on the screen. When you get to the field that needs amending, you just key in the new data. So, like that. The thing is, of course, I can't write that to the disk. Only Terry Cabe can do that. He's got a level 3 password. Otherwise, I could give myself all sorts of qualifications, couldn't I?
BTEC Business Studies. Is that your secret ambition? What does BTEC stand for?
Oh, Business and Technical Education Council or some such thing. And then to delete it, you just hit the delete key and hold it down. It auto-repeats, of course.
Of course.
Unit 8, Exercise 7. Speaking practice. Using the computer.
Right, let's go back to the main menu, and we can start from the beginning.
So, now we get a list of options. Suppose I want to update a record.
I've already explained to you how to do that.
I know. You cursor down to where it says update record, and you hit return. It works. And now, it's asking me to key in the person's name?
No, it's not. It's asking for the password. And I'll tell you, it's dog's body. D-O-G-S-B-O-D-Y.
Does that give us confidential data access?
Well, it'll do to be going on with.
Unit 8, Exercise 8. Listen and read.
My name's George Harvey. I'm the sales manager, based at our distribution centre in Telford. And this is Terry Cabe, our personnel manager.
I'm Dieter Kraus. I'm really Terry's opposite number here in Hamburg. And Fräulein Emmy Wolf looks after our sales in Germany and now also in Central and Eastern Europe.
Hello, how do you do? Welcome to Hamburg.
May I say how delighted we are to be here and how much we're enjoying your hospitality?
And that goes for me too.
Good. So, let's get started. The purpose of this meeting, as I'm sure you are all aware, is to exchange information about our data processing systems. so that hopefully we can agree on organization standards and, in effect, have a single data bank which we can all have access to.
There would be other advantages too. Off-spinners, I think you call them, Mr. Harvey.
Off-spinners? I don't think I'm quite with
Well,
you.
I think you mean spin-offs, Fräulein Wolf. But you're quite right, and that's an important point. All bookmarked personnel, executives anyway, would enjoy the benefits of an integrated electronic office system. Electronic mail, electronic conferencing.
Electronic junk mail.
Oh, we all know what to do with junk mail, I'm sure.
Unit 8, Exercise 9. Listen and read.
I think we agree that a data processing standard is desirable, but how are we going to implement this?
Oh, call in a reliable firm of consultants. We don't have the expertise to set up a new system from scratch.
But it's really not a question of starting from the beginning. We simply need to adapt our data formats, our procedures, so that they are compatible.
If I may say so, Herr Kraus, I think there's more to it than that. Not only are our present systems incompatible, they're obsolete as well, which is much worse. With the huge expansion in the market, with the end of trade barriers and so on, we've got to invest in technology. We're publishers and book distributors. We don't have the know-how to buy and install a computer system ourselves.
Oh, don't we? Our system was designed and installed by our own engineers in 1985, and it's worked very well. Let me show you this.
Unit 8, Exercise 15. Listen and read.
Trudy Hoffman?
Trudy, this is Frank in Telford. Hi, how are you?
Fine, thank you.
Listen, I'm ringing about this crazy expense account idea that your boss has cooked up with my boss. I mean, you do agree, don't you, that it is crazy?
Well, no. I thought it made sense. I mean, the software we are using now can handle all the calculations. It'll even print the checks.
That's no good. Only accounts can issue checks.
Yes, but we are all on the same network. We can authorize the checks and accounts can issue them. The people who put in the claims still give us their bills and their credit card receipts. So, what's the problem?
Unit 8, Exercise 17. Listen and read.
Frank, thanks for coming in. Do sit down.
Thanks.
I've got something to say that I'd like you to keep to yourself for a few days. You've been assistant supervisor now in dispatch for, 6 months?
Yeah.
Anyway, you seem to be doing a good job. Sadly, Elsie Donnell is retiring shortly, for health reasons. I was wondering whether you'd be interested in taking over.
Well,
We've had our difficulties in the past, I know, but I've got complete confidence in you.
I'd need to think it over.
Oh, quite right. I ought to mention that the board have decided to upgrade the post from supervisor to assistant dispatch manager. The only thing is, you will have to do a 2-year part-time stock control course.
I wouldn't mind doing that.
Good. I'll get the paperwork started.